So, we messed up our filming again. So the file was just broken. So I have to record my Spain video for the second time. Honestly, this is getting a little ridiculous. Hello and welcome back to Haylin's World. We are currently discussing all things Eurovision. Today we are talking about Spain's entry for Eurovision 2024. They had their national final Benidorm Fest and chose to send Nebulossa with their song Zorra. And I gotta be honest, it's probably for the best that I have to re-record this review, because the first time I talked about this song, I was referring to Nebulossa as if it was one person, when apparently they are a group. Whoops. They are in fact a duo comprising of, and I'm going to read it because otherwise I will get the pronunciation horribly wrong or even more wrong, Maria Mary Bass, the singer obviously, and keyboardist and producer Mark Da Sousa. Please excuse my pronunciation. I am Australian and we pronounce everything poorly, even our own language. It's part of our charm. So Zorra won Benidorm Fest, and I can safely say I did not see this coming. I have to admit, I kind of forgot about this song going into the selection. It didn't really leave much of an impact on me just listening to the studio cuts. I think my reaction to it was, what in the 80s is this? And then I swiftly moved on and never really listened to it again outside of just streaming the Benidorm Fest playlist in general. I thought, and still think, that the production elements of this song are really quite engaging in a fun 80s sort of way, but I thought the vocals were a little bit lacking in energy. Now, I know why, so feel free not to point that out in the comments, but it is something that I felt listening to the studio track, and it's even something that I felt watching the performance. For a song with this much energy in the composition, it kind of needs to have a bit more energy in the vocals as well. I'm not expecting her to give more energy in the vocals, I'm just saying it's something that the song itself is lacking. But like, even the call and response Zorra 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 bits are like a little bit muted. I suppose that's so that her vocals are still the focal point and they don't get outshone by the backing vocalist parts, because I feel like if they were giving a little bit more energy, she would. That's just my personal gripe that I have with the song. I feel like the vocals are lacking in energy, and as a result, when we get to the chorus, it just fell a little flat for me. That's the song. The performance though, while I wasn't expecting this song to win Benidorm Fest, I have to say, in hindsight, I probably should have expected it to once I saw the performance, because it was definitely one of the most put together performances from this selection. You know, you can really tell when an artist is coming at Benidorm Fest from a position of experience with performing. We saw it with Blanca Paloma last year and the year before that, and we also saw it with Chanel too. Like, experience really does pay off. So when you get someone like Mary who just has this, you know, wealth of experience, I'm going to get sick of saying that word eventually, I promise, in their performance, you notice it, and I definitely noticed it. And Spain definitely noticed it because they all voted for it and then it won. Yeah, I thought that the performance had a charming amount of energy to it. Naked butts in my face aside. Thanks for that, Spain. Never change. I also, since winning the competition, I have revisited the song and the performance a few times, and I have to say, the song is kind of catchy. Like, I know I didn't grab onto it when I initially listened to it. It has a hook to it. It has that fun like call and response going on in the chorus that I think will really engage the audience when it's being performed. That being said, that relies a lot on the audience knowing the song. And as we know, the audience at Eurovision is primarily comprised of Euro fans, so that shouldn't be a problem. But my concern with this song is that because it doesn't have to earn its place in the final, it might not get the opportunity to earn the audience's engagement with the song. When Constractor won her ticket to Eurovision a couple of years ago, she just was not a favourite to win going into their national selection. But then as the song was performed more, that's when people started to notice it and have fun with those elements that they could get engaged with. And the Zorra 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 response has that ability to capture the audience in the same way, but it doesn't have that chance to earn the audience's engagement in the song, you know what I mean? So that being said, the fact that it's already growing on me And the fact that I can see it starting to grow on the Eurovision community now that they have now that they are going through the process of accepting the fact that it is Spain's winner, it might already be starting to win that audience over. And by the time it gets to Eurovision, there's a chance that it could be like Gustav from last year, in that by the time it got to Eurovision, everyone just loved the song because it was just a fun time. And this song is just a fun time. Like my personal grasp with the song aside, it's just fun and it's catchy. Just the way that they have fun with the song when they're performing it. I'm excited to see how it sits in the lineup of other songs. I don't know how it will place at Eurovision. I think that's entirely dependent on the other songs that we get. I think there's a charm in the way Mary performs the song that might win some votes from viewers with a well-staged performance. I don't know how juries are going to react to it though. I feel like in general, Spain put forward a really solid selection of very safe-sounding songs, and nothing really stood out to me as something that people could really get behind, and anything that kind of had the potential to fell a little bit flat in their live performance. There were a couple of songs that I was waiting to see live because I thought that while the studio tracks were lacking a little bit in energy, there was room for the songs to hit better live. And I'm talking about Almacour, and I'm talking about Angie. I thought those were the two songs that I was like, these could win me over with a live performance, and then they didn't. So it was a very even playing field for Spain, and there wasn't really any competitive songs in the lineup to start with. So where am I going with this? My point is, this song isn't there to win. It's just there to be a good vibe and bring a little bit of fun to the lineup, which is fine. Those songs are just as valid as the ones that are like serious contenders or fun serious contenders. So yeah, that's a bit of an all over the place review, I think. But essentially, I'm learning to like this song. I don't think it's ever going to be reaching my top 10, but I still have fun with it and sort of dance around my kitchen a little bit when it comes on. And so enough about me. Tell me about you. What did you guys think about this song? Did you see it coming as a winner? Did it surprise you? Are you devastated that another song didn't win instead? Or are you like me and you're like, whatever works? I would like to know all your thoughts in the comment section below, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!